So when Mitch pulled through and he was able to leave Surrey Memorial Hospital, there were still a lot of challenges that lay ahead. Can you talk to us about some of those?
Yeah, for me, I knew that there was going to be challenges ahead, just because he was in a wheelchair when he came home. You know, he did have some oxygen supplementation, and you know, he needed my assistance to get into showers and stuff like that.
Yeah, when I got out of the hospital, that was tough. I had trouble walking completely. My muscles pretty much didn't work. So, yeah, it didn't go well at first, but eventually I got there. I'd say actually swimming helped me the most with learning how to walk and stuff like that. Just moving the arms and legs.
He was able to get out of the wheelchair and walk again, have showers on his own, because that's something that we take for granted, that you can't even get into a shower on your own. You can't walk, you can't get into a car, you know, it's crazy. He was getting better, and one of the medications that he was on, prednisone, they started to taper that down. Unfortunately, the disease wasn't through with him, because at this time they did not know he had the disease. The prednisone started tapering down and he started getting sick again.
Yeah.
So we took him back into the hospital, at which time a decision was made to do a kidney biopsy. The kidney biopsy showed that he had Goodpasture syndrome. So even though he had had a negative test, it was positive. So he was sent back to another higher care facility in Vancouver, where he was in the hospital again for 6 weeks doing plasmapheresis. And that was tough because they put him on high dose steroids, and he went from a 200-pound young man to a 300-pound young man, and has stretch marks all over his body because of it.
Yeah.
And you can tell them how much pain that was.
Yeah, I was pretty much ripping apart. I remember waking up with blood in my bed, stuff like that. That part wasn't fun.
But the relief and, my gosh, just knowing that my son survived. And to be honest, we have the most incredible team of doctors at every single hospital
Yep,
in the Lower Mainland. And not just doctors, nurses, people who bring in food, the janitorial staff. I mean, my gosh, I used to sit and say when my son played hockey, we'd get in an accident, and why do we have to wait 4 hours at a hospital? But when there's a true emergency,
makes sense why.
Amazing. Like I will be forever grateful.
So the healthcare team, they were your lifeline.
All the healthcare team.
Not just for Mitch on the medical side, but also
For me.
Yeah, for you.
More of my story coming up next on Kidney Plugged In.